Good evening, good evening, good evening. Statman AJT here. Young, Damo the Disciple. Stretch will be right back with us. We are the Number Streets Podcast. Damo, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What up? What up? What up?
We're going to talk Brotherhood Hoop League playoffs. Caitlin Clark not making the USA team. NBA Finals, I'm sure Caitlin Clark is going to make Damo have some terrorist takes today. We got a lot to talk about. As you can see, we got our Brotherhood Hoop League merch. We really out here, man. Got to show everybody. We're gonna get to the shout outs. Go ahead, Damo. I know you know, go ahead, give your 30 seconds and
Shout out to the normal people I normally shout out. Love y'all. Hope y'all appreciate
go ahead.
it. Nah, go
ahead. I shout out God, my baby Bree. She came to the game today, supported me. My mom, all the people who like, subscribe, share. Virginia Neptunes, Bad News Bullies, my squad, my guys, man. Shout out to y'all. Also, real quick, I just wanted to shout out our sponsors, Virginia Villains, 12975 Jefferson Avenue. Y'all go holler at Sick, man. He got some good stuff in there. Also, Finesse Dress, they on Facebook, they on TikTok. They actually gave us some merch today, so we're gonna be wearing that soon. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Finesse Dress. Mikasa Realty, Elite Solutions. All the people who have poured in, come to our games, man. We appreciate y'all. We really do. You ready to get into it, Damo?
Yes, sir.
All right. The BHL, the Brotherhood Hoop League Final Four was today. And after that, there were two. We're going to get into that. We're going to start with the first game. Damo, I'm going to start with you. Team Elite versus Team Flick. Team Elite emerged as the winner. They're going to the championship game. What were your specific thoughts on this game? Like, what did you see in this game? How was Team Elite able to pull out a victory today?
For me, it's really just that simple. It's really simple. They're just better. Flick's injury riddled. They lost one of their best players. I would say they're. You could say that either Brandon or Jermaine, whichever, 2A, 2B, whichever one to say the second best player is. I'll say Jermaine because he's been there longer. They were without him, man. Towards Achilles, he had surgery. Seemed like the surgery was successful. I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that for him. I hope he gets back healthy. So shout out to him for that. I think that hurt them a lot. It happened the way I thought it was gonna happen. They actually, shout out to them. They fought hard though. They fought hard. They made it a game. Jason, unfortunately, he didn't have his best day, shooting wise.
Yeah.
Shit. Sometimes it happens, bro. He was due for one. Damn. He pretty much dominated the whole league for 7 games, and today was. It sucked for it to be today, for the day to be his off day, but he just had one of those days, bro. But they fought, and congratulations to Elite. They handled their business like they were supposed to. They were the better team, and they won the game. So, Team Elite advances. Congratulations to them. And congratulations to Flick. Shout out to them for participating. Shout out to the Dietrich brothers. Shout out to the whole team Flick, man. Appreciate y'all.
I think what was interesting about it, I think Team Flick Zone kept them in the game. that zone really kept them in the game, and that was something for me that I truly think made. Listen, I think somebody told me they went 1 for 17 in the first half on threes, and
Quite
and and I think honestly that's what did it, right? Like not saying that um if they hit 2 or 3 more of those, man, they likely win that game. Their two best shooters, Brandon and Jason, as you mentioned, didn't have their best shooting games. Um, and again, like you said, man, that happens, right? And it's unfortunate that it had to happen in the playoffs. I do think they missed Jermaine. I think they did it.
absolutely not, Katie.
Huh?
No, no. Go ahead.
No, what you say?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I see. What do I hear? Thank no, there will be no thank yous to him.
Absolutely.
Um, but I do think again, like they, I think they did a decent job on Lou. I think Lou actually fouled out. I think he still had double digit rebounds, hit a few mid range jumpers. They actually fouled him out though. So I mean, I I like their game plan, and it was a really low scoring, slow paced game. Did Barry have a good scoring game? I don't remember
No,
if he.
not really. But I think this was like a more of a quiet day for Barry, man. It was a quiet day for Barry. I don't think he had many points. He might have had maybe 10, if that. I mean, they kind of got it done. Matt was getting off
Yeah,
there too, so he was hooping. So I mean, a lot of their points came from stuff like that. I don't think Billy Barry was really getting off offensively. He had some. I think Barry might have had 10 to 12 points.
and it was a slow paced, low scoring game too. Like
Right.
neither team was really trying to push the pace. Um, Neither team was trying to get in transition too much. Flick did some. Um, One of the things that stood out to me the most, like it was a very physical game. It
Right.
was it was very physical, and you know the rest for the most part they let them play, and I think just as competitors, those are the kind of games that we like. We just want the refs to be consistent. There was some questionable calls here or there, but I think they did an overall decent job. With being consistent with the calls. Dama, we know you don't like refs. What do you think about that?
What in terms of?
The consistency of the refs.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess you could say they're consistent with not calling some stuff, but even then, I'm not so sure about that because then they turn around and call bullshit. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think they did a horrible job today. Um, like I said, they did okay, man. They did okay. I think it's getting to a point where they're letting a little too much stuff go.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean,
You think so?
I understand letting guys be physical. I get it, but I mean, we can't just watch guys get their heads taken off and you just be like, oh, lay on. Like, come on, man. At some point, do your job. Do your job, man. That's all. Do what you get paid for. We don't pay you to come. We don't pay you to come stand around and look cute and with the whistle in your mouth and jog up and down the court and make gestures and when you want to make calls. Do your fucking job, man. Do your job. Be better.
I personally don't have. I mean, again, I'm fine either way. You know what I mean? Again, I just appreciate the consistency and just want consistency from them. Like, and I think they were decent. Like I said, there were some missed calls. on both ends. But like
Yeah,
I said,
they weren't bad today. They weren't bad.
no, they weren't. Anything else that you saw from this game? Because again, to me, Damo, I think what really struck me the most, both teams made a conscious effort. I don't think Lou came out until he fouled out. Like guys were going the whole game.
Got to, man.
Guys were going the whole game, and for me, that's one of them things where it's just like in the playoffs, you got to empty the clip.
Yeah, it's
You
championship time, man.
you got to empty the clip.
Shit on the line, bro.
Um, I just there were some things that I probably would have done differently. I probably would have gotten Brandon on the move some more. Um, he got open shots. I probably would have got him on the move some more. And I understand why they didn't play faster. But I think there were some transition opportunities for Flick that were missed. Like I think they got a chance to. I think there were there were some opportunities to get the ball up the court. Especially with Sedale in the game. I think there were definitely some opportunities to push and opportunities to tire those boys out. But again, in the playoffs, man, and you going, like you're not always exactly thinking about that. And congrats to Elite, man. Um, Big win for them, and they're in the first ever Brotherhood Hoop League championship game. Um, there was also another game today, Damo, and I'm gonna let you talk about that because I played in the game. But the Bad News Bullies played against Mamba Mentality today. The Bad News Bullies emerged victorious. Um, do you mind giving your thoughts on that game first?
Sure. Um, hold on. This game is interesting. Um, First of all, I want to say congratulations to you, to the Bullies. Congratulations to you, Stats. You played a hell of a game. I think 14.7 boards. You hit some timely shots. So shout out to Jay Wright as well. He played a great game. So I think he had like 2 points, 8 rebounds, or some shit like that. Some crazy shit. I mean, yo, man, you guys came out with a chip on your shoulder. You game plan, you executed. And let me say this as well. What's your coach's name?
Pat.
Pat. I want to say, I must say this because we're hard on you and we say stuff about you when you all lose and we feel like you didn't do a good job. I want to say today I felt like you did a good job. Congratulations to you. So I want to give you your flowers because you deserve them. I think you did a great job coaching today. Hell of a job, hell of a coaching job. So I just want to say that. And hopefully you're watching. I hope you hear this. But yeah, man, you all came out with a chip on your shoulder. You executed, and you knocked off. One of the top teams, man. I mean, there's a lot to say about what Mentality did and did not do. I felt they definitely didn't handle their business. This is for me. I told you this is one of the biggest letdowns in Brotherhood hoop league history. It's bad for basketball. Yes, this is bad for the league, bro. This is bad for the league when the top 2 teams can't beat them and they can't face off, bro. So we got Mentality to thank for that. Thank you. Thank you for not showing up today. So the ratings.
I think that's a bit harsh.
Ratings will probably be at an all-time low here on next Sunday. because of you all. We got you to thank for that. So, but no, I know all seriousness. I'm just playing, man. But I'm just fucking around. But love all the gospel mentality. I think they fought hard. As it just wasn't wasn't their day either, man. They fought hard. They did what they could. There were some things that I thought could have been done differently, even from a playing standpoint, from a coaching standpoint. But I mean, you just got outplayed, got outcoached. It happens, man. That's just what it was. It was what more can you say, man? Shout out to the bullies, man. They did what they were supposed to do to handle business, and they headed to the finals, man. They headed to the finals, man. What y'all gonna do, man? Y'all gonna do, big dog?
First of all, I'm not going. Yeah, I'm thrilled. If anybody was at the game or watching, I was on 10 at one point in the game.
Yeah, Stats just keeps letting out these high pitched screams every time he does something well. I don't even want to. I'm in my house, so I don't even want to even just reenact that shit. But it's gotta fucking stop.
All I'll say is just go. It's on the Brotherhood Hoop League page. Y'all will hear it if you listen close enough. Stretch, we was talk. Go ahead, give your. We're gonna go back to Bad News Bullies because I want you to give your thoughts. But give your thoughts on Flick versus Elite.
Flick versus Elite can be boiled down to 1 for 17 in the first half. And that's what they were shooting from 3 in the first half. They were 1 for 17.
Mm-hmm.
You make 4 threes, it's a different game. If you decide to take, maybe 4 or 5 less threes, it could be a different game as well. And it was an uphill climb from there. And I don't think Elite necessarily played well.
Nah, they didn't.
I definitely know Flick missed Jermaine on some of the rebounds because they got killed on the glass.
You think so? You think they got killed on the glass?
In the second half, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, in the second half, maybe. First half, I thought they did pretty well.
Yeah. And then some of those, like Jose driving it all the way down, getting a layup. I don't think he gets a layup with Jermaine there. I don't understand.
Jose also hit a 3 too.
He also hit a 3. It was the role players that stand out for me in that game. Jose had a great game. It's almost unfair to call Matt a role player, but Matt had a great game.
He did.
I actually think Matt is one of their best players.
I agree to that. And he probably should. He probably should a little bit more.
He's really good.
Yeah,
he's really fucking good.
Do y'all know how many he ended up with?
It probably was at least 10 to 15. I think.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't
he was
know.
In double figures.
Yeah, it had to be double.
But yeah, he was in double figures. But that thing, it was a smooth game, and uncharacteristically, I don't know how much Jason ended up with, but uncharacteristically, he didn't have his best game either. And I mean, they was right there all the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
All the way to the end, man. They were battling. Uncharacteristically, Brandon didn't have a good game. He took some ill-advised shots, but I mean, gotta tip your hat to Team Elite, man. They made the right play at the right time, got shots to fall at the right time, and most importantly, down the stretch they made all free throws. G Knight playing through wrist injury, hand injury. It was a point in time in the game where Team Elite just basically said, you will not dribble this basketball in the half court. I don't care what's going on, but you're not going to dribble. And they just picked that ball pressure up, man. The defensive intensity went through the roof. D-Knight, Ned, who else was out there with that? I want to say Rory, Lou. It could have been Barry. I want to say it was Barry. But listen, they was contesting every pass, every catch, every shot, rebounding the basketball, and then they was off and running. And but again, Team Flick was more than game. And people thought it was gonna be a wash since they lost the main. Team Flick came in that thing right competing to win. And they make a few more threes. Who knows? You might get a different game.
Yeah.
Go and get your thoughts on bullies. Before I go.
Shout out to Jay Wright. Jay Wright played amazing today. Played amazing today. So did Batman. Your guards played extremely well today. And then you were consistent as always. Like you were consistent. You had a rough start to the game. X put 9 on your head off the rip. But after that, you guys adjusted extremely well, sent the double team. And then Xavier struggled seeing that double team. He didn't know how to pass out of it. He didn't know how to attack it. But those are all things you got to learn. You got to learn quick. So shout out to that game plan, that course of action, that adjustment. And then you guys went on a burner in the second half. You guys went on a burner in the second half. And some people said it was a 22 run. It very well could have been a 20-2 run. And I mean, Coach Pat, man, you got to burn those timeouts, baby. You got to burn them. You're up 4. They go on a 6-0 run. Boom, you got to burn it.
Yeah,
Another 6-0 run. Boom, you got to burn it. And then you had an opportunity. They were down. Melvin hit a 3 in the corner, and I think that cut the lead to 8 or 9, maybe. And he didn't burn it. You got to burn it. You got to burn those timeouts, man. You got to circle the troops, man. You got to get them guys refocus, man, realign. And it never happened for them. And then the timeout came way later than it should have. And like I said, it was a tidal wave on your head at that point, man. You're drowning. You're literally drowning. And they made it interesting at the end. Full court press. Refs let some things go. But there were daggers. There were daggers that were being shot. You hit a 3. Jay Wright hit a 3. Batman hit a 3. I mean, those are daggers, man. And there's no recovery plan for that type of onslaught. You got to stop the onslaught before it gets too out of control. And he didn't do that. So shout out to you and the bullies. And I keep forgetting your coach name, man. Pat. I was about to say, I know it ain't Pat. And Pat, outstanding job today. Shout out to Dion. Dion came in. He went back home to get his jersey, came back and had an outstanding second half, full of energy. I mean, the contributions were there from everyone that played. Shout out to Josh. Josh has been huge for y'all the past 2 or 3 games in a row. Just his energy on the offensive glass. He's making his layups. He also had a dunk today. It was a rim grazer, but it was a dunk. But listen, that was part of the 22 run. This sugar got a dunk and a part of the 22 run. And y'all are screaming and hollering at. Listen, howling to the moon is what it sounded like. But
yeah,
listen,
man.
There's no better sound in basketball than a team screaming in jubilation together that they know they're kicking the shit out of somebody. there's no better sound than basketball, man. I love that sound. So again, congratulations to the Bullies.
All right. So first of all, I'm gonna give Pat some flowers. We talked during the week about game plan stuff, and he brought up the idea of putting Bat on Melvin. It's like, that's the head of their snake. We don't want to time out. It's like, nah, I think it'll work. And that move right there helped win us the game. Shout out to that. Jay Wright. What I mean, I listen. I have a personal relationship with him. I have a personal relationship with all my guys, but especially him. And I mean, he was the best player in the game. I mean, there's no way around that. 24 big points, hit 4 threes. Was it 3 or 4?
It's tough,
hit 4 threes. He was helping. He was rotating. He was getting to the cup. Bad. 5 threes. There was it 5, 4 threes, 4 threes, right?
I don't know. He hit a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. He was cooking. His defense on Melvin was great.
He ripped him twice, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He locked in today, man. Dion. So Dion didn't come with his jersey, and I'm like, damn. But then I said, bro, just go back and get it because we need you. And Dion drove to where he lives, which is not on this side of the water. I ain't gonna say where he lives, but it's not on this side of the water. And he came back, and the impact was felt immediately. When Dion comes in the game for us, things get better for us.
First of all, when he came in the gym, y'all stood up. Like the last part of the Avengers had just arrived.
Dion's impact is undeniable when he comes on the court. He told me from the beginning, I'm ready to strap up. And defensively, this guy's literally everywhere. Kennard was great on defense. Reese hit some shots for us. Jeff got to the cup and operated out of pick and roll. Like Ryan steadied it for us, man, helping down and crashing down on the glass, man. Like it was a total team effort. Listen, man. I like I said, I thoroughly enjoy playing with these guys, man. If y'all watching, I thoroughly enjoy playing with y'all.
Don't forget Josh, because when you went out in that first half, Josh carried it.
Josh, his energy is listen, man. This guy's literally flying up and down the court. Doesn't matter. He is flying up and down the court.
And he's fresh off of work at that.
I need people, right. I need people to understand it. Josh is literally sprinting, jumping, trying to grab every single rebound when he's out there, man. That level of energy, him, Dion, like that you can't replace that. I thoroughly enjoy playing with those guys, man, and we beat a great team today, and it took all of us to do that. So from Jay Wright to the last man, appreciate y'all, man. We got one more to get against a great elite team. We looking forward to this matchup, and well, that's what the winner gets right there. So,
Larry O'Brien, poor man's trophy.
This thing going on.
We happy to be here, but the job's not finished. So, I'm just I'm through the roof. Like if y'all was at the game and y'all heard me, y'all are like, who is this person? Because listen, there were some guys on the sideline that came back to me, and I'm gonna say who they are. I already talked to one of them. I talked to Tay today. It was some, and y'all my guys too. But it was a lot of crazy talk over there on that sideline when we was down. So y'all got to come see me. Y'all got to come see me, and Rat too. I seen, the tape don't lie. So when you turn the tape on and whenever we score, you sit down quiet. But when the other team, okay, y'all got to come see me. Y'all got to come see me. Cause
they were cheering for you though after a while. Because the
they
first half, like they was giving you a hard time. Because they were sitting right beside me. So that first half, they was giving you a hard time. And then when you started getting going, like they started cheering for you, bro.
Tay said my second three was an air ball. Like, what we doing?
No, that joint was straight cash.
Thank you. And like I said, those my guys, man, ain't no real animosity. But yeah, y'all got to wear that. Y'all got to wear that, man. But thank you to everybody that came out, man. Guys from other teams who weren't playing came and pulled up, man.
Yo, came pulled up, man.
Thank you. Shout out. I don't know who y'all seen. I seen Ham. Shout out to Ham.
Yeah.
Who else came? Jermaine. Well, no, I mean, obviously Jermaine couldn't play, but he was on the team. It was
AB was there.
The AB was there.
Yeah. It was, man, look, it was some legends in that joint too. Pooley was there. Like, man, look, it was a lot of guys in that gym, bro. Like, just showing support and love, man. And that's what it was about, man. So I appreciate them, yo.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming, man.
What's that about?
Y'all, please keep coming. Next week is
hey,
Missoula's gotta challenge that, man.
that's
a block. That's a clean. Missoula's got.
We got a championship game. We got the All-Star game. We're gonna talk about the All-Star too.
He hit the rim a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they call goaltending.
Yeah, they call goaltending.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, man, but just thanks to everybody, man. Bad News Bullies, we got one more to get, man. Let's get this thing done. Let's get this thing done.
For your stats, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. We'll go here next, man. NBA Finals Game 2 is currently on. Boston. Oh man, Boston is ahead, 54-51 at halftime. Just some interesting comments that were made after game one. After Porzingis went on a bender along with JB, Jason Kidd called Jaylen Brown the best player on the Celtics, and Drew Holiday didn't disagree with him. Do we got a situation brewing in Boston?
I don't know if that's the case. If the guys don't appreciate Tatum, we'll take them. We'll take them in Golden State. We got 400 million for them.
No, you don't actually. Right? No, you don't. No, you don't.
If they want to keep saying this dumb shit, man, I just.
Ned, what's up, brother?
I think Kidd is playing mind games.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Because I'm starting to see something, and I've noticed it already. The way that they're defending Tatum is not the way that they're defending Jaylen Brown.
Thank you.
They're not defending.
They're shading all the coverage.
They're shading their entire coverage to Jason Tatum.
Everything he does, anytime he gets the ball, anytime he drives the ball, everybody is helping to him. Everything is being shaded towards him, and Jaylen Brown is allowed to go one-on-one, and he's open half the time. We gotta stop. We have got to. You non-basketball ass niggas got to stop with this Jaylen Brown shit, man. Stop, bro. And even then, Jason Tatum is impacting the game in other ways, even when his scoring is down. He's getting rebounds, he's getting assists. Right now, he's 2 for 10 from the field, and he's got 5 rebounds, and he's got 8 assists. He's making plays. Jaylen Brown is out there fumbling around, turning the ball over, pressing. We have got, and this is no disrespect to Jaylen Brown because he's a great player, but we gotta stop. We got to stop this shit, bro. I don't know what media trends y'all are following. There's this big Jason Tatum hate.
Jason Tatum and Anthony Davis get more hate for guys who mind their business more than anything. I don't understand it. Those guys don't bother nobody and mind their business.
I agree with that.
I don't get it. I do not get the Tatum shit, man. It's weird. It's very weird. But Kid is definitely playing mind games because their literal game plan is to let Jaylen Brown get off.
Yeah,
that's their game plan. Has it worked? I don't think it's worked to that.
No, it has not worked. No.
I don't think it's worked, but I don't think that it's worked because Jaylen Brown is just cooking him. I think that they didn't play well.
He's having a good run. He's having a good run, but you can't let a player like that play one-on-one.
Right, but I think you can. I just think that they just didn't play well enough in that game. Like they played terrible offensively. Like look now, the game's closer. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad game plan because I feel like if you play better offensively, the game plan actually works.
I actually agree with what you just said. Like that's not a bad game plan. Because Jaylen Brown, they basically gonna use his aggression against him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he catches it. He's going down here unless it's a pull-up jump shot.
He's not even looking
so out of control when it goes.
Not looking to pass, bro. He's unhinged right now.
Yeah, he's A to B, bad out of hell.
On a quote mission right now.
Yeah.
And if they're not careful, if Dallas wakes up,
because he's playing like he got a point to prove, like he feel like he should have been an all NBA player, and he got this massive contract, and he's not getting the respect he deserves. But I mean, you're gonna find a way, man. You're gonna play right into their hands.
Yeah.
Dallas, on the other hand, man, Kyrie, he's not really struggling this game. He's 5 of 10 this game so far. But game one, he definitely struggled.
Yeah, it was like 6 for 19, I think.
Yeah. Luka is balling tonight. He got 23 at half on 9 of 13 shooting and 3 assists. Last game, I want to say that was like, I believe they said that was like only the first time in his playoff history he's had one of fewer assists. That was the first time that has ever happened to him. So, do y'all like the Celtics game plan? Basically letting Luka go, he's basically going one-on-one, and there's no outlet pass for Luka.
I like it because they got the defenders who can reasonably stay in front of him.
Right.
But honestly, bro, their role players not hitting nothing no way.
Nope.
They got Derrick Jones. They're not even defending Derrick Jones.
No, they're not. They're old Cleaver. And they threw Cleaver in there. They're not going out there.
They're not defending them. I'm fine with the game plan. I want to get back to this Jaylen Brown stuff if y'all don't mind.
Please.
The difference between Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and I think why people like Jaylen Brown's game more, and y'all touched on it, is because Jason Tatum lets the game come more to him. Jaylen Brown is someone who's going to go attack the game, for better or for worse. But fans generally like that type of player, right? And I mean, let's be honest, Jason Tatum hasn't played well. They got a great team. They're by far the best team in the NBA. And there's been games where they've blown teams out, and Jason Tatum doesn't have a good game, a good scoring game, because he's he's inefficient.
Yeah, I think we have to make sure we put context behind that. Although he's not scoring, bro, the guy's got 8 assists, 10 boards. Like
he's their leading rebounder, by the way.
Right,
and they're putting him on their centers, and he's boxing them out and getting the rebound.
Right.
Like,
but
Jason Tatum is really good.
You're casual.
He's playing magnificent on defense. Like he's almost single-handedly taking away the lob.
Yep. Okay, so I wanted to touch on that. Dallas led. I think they had 57 lobs coming into this.
Yeah, in the playoffs. Yeah.
And they didn't get one.
They got one.
Okay.
They got one.
And a lot of that is Jason Tatum.
Right.
Jason Tatum can stunt, and for those who don't use stunt, towards the ball, and he's athletic enough to recover back. He's 6'10".
Yeah.
Like he grew. Like he was 6'8" when he came in. He's 6'10" now.
He's 6'10".
and he's been defending that lob excellently. Like the purest form of defense is not attempting something, and they're not even trying to get to the lobs now. And I think that's some of the limitations of Dallas roster. Like Derek Lively's really good. I like Lively. He's a rookie.
Yeah,
but
he's making rookie mistakes right now as well.
And he don't have the experience. He don't have a lot more to his game yet. Yeah. And that's gonna come. That's gonna come. He's a young stud. But Boston, man, listen. You at this point on their team, they for sure have 4 top 50 players in Jason, Jalen, KP, and Drew. Yeah. And Derek White is probably in the top 60, maybe 65, 70. So you got 5 top 65 players on your team. Yeah. So that's hard to overcome, man. But
talent is talent, man. That the Boston players have talent, man.
And they fit, so it amplifies the talent.
Yeah.
So yeah. But we got to stop. Look, Jaylen Brown, I think Jaylen Brown, you could make a case he's playing better, but is he the better player? No. Jason Kidd knew what he was doing.
I think the media, especially this postseason, has just been jumping off the cliff, man, almost after every game.
Yeah.
Like, Ant-Man's the new face of the NBA. Kyrie's the best, the most skilled or most whatever we've ever seen. And him and Luka's the best backcourt ever. Like, what is going on?
I mean, they did say, to be fair, they did say best offensive. But
they rephrased it the offense, but before it was the best backcourt ever. Like, and it's just too much cliff jumping. It's too much cliff jumping this postseason. Like, Luka had an outstanding run. Is he better than Joker? No, I don't think he's better than Joker. Joker's still the best in the NBA right now.
You mean offensively? I mean, well, both of their values derive from offense. So
right, yeah. I think he's still the best in the NBA. I mean, I think he's right up there, but
yeah, I'll probably take Joker.
Yeah, I'm taking Joker, bro. Like we forget, and I know they lost to Minnesota, man. But it was one game where Joker had 13 rebounds at halftime. Like, what we talking about here?
Yeah, he cleans the glass. He
13 rebounds at halftime. Come on, man. Come on.
Like, yeah, we gotta stop this Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown stuff. We could just say he's playing better. Let's just why can't we just leave it at that? Like, that's the part that I don't really get. Why can't we just leave it at that? Why I got to be?
Because the media has to drive. They got to drive it home some kind of way. So it can't just be he's playing better. They got to create this controversy, man. And I think they will create one if this continues. Like, if Jaylen Brown gets NBA Finals MVP, they're going to start to try to lessen the value of Jason Tatum. I see it coming already.
Well, I would just say this, man. Get rid of him then, man. Make Brown the guy.
I feel like Tatum is secure enough for himself, and I think he is. I don't necessarily know if he gonna. I mean, like, if he gonna make a big deal out of that, and I
would love to see Jaylen Brown have his own team.
Well, they tried to do that 2 years ago.
I would love to see him have his own team, so we can just further prove my point that he's not that guy.
Well, send it to Chicago. Orlando will take him. Orlando will take him right now.
Go ahead. 8 seed, 9 seed. I mean, 8 seed, 6 seed.
Yeah, right. Play in. They're in the play in.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
And Jaylen Brown, I don't think Jaylen Brown wouldn't be the second best player anyway.
Send him to DC. He'll be the best player.
Yeah, send him to Charlotte or some shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, send him to DC. DC, Charlotte.
Hell,
man.
Go to Brooklyn.
Oh God, I'll take that trade. Miles Bridges, come on.
Give us Miles Bridges. Boom. You know what I mean?
Y'all not like Jaylen Brown?
I don't dislike him. I just don't like the Tatum disrespect, man. It's just I just don't like the way they try to push him. They're trying to like just drown
I
us.
don't like being force fed. Like,
Yeah,
don't.
I don't like this.
Yeah,
Man. You're just trying to like drown us out with this Jaylen Brown shit, man. It's like,
yeah.
bro, like I don't. You can't tell me. I know this game, bro, and you just can't. You're just not gonna tell me that he's better than Jason Tatum because he's more aggressive. Like I
Right.
mean,
That's right. I don't like that.
that's just bad, man. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna get me to believe that. I'm just not. I'm just too smart.
So Domo, what's your prediction for the rest of this game right here, game 2?
I don't. The Mavs are playing a lot better.
They are.
They're giving them a run. I think it's a 6-point game, 5-point game right now.
Oh yeah.
I think Boston will win this. Should win this game. I'm gonna say they'll win. They'll pull this one out.
Okay.
But it wouldn't surprise me if Dallas goes on a run and steals one. But right now I'm gonna say that Boston finishes this one out.
Another ice pack stats.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That's also, you showed a picture on your story. Was that your Christmas tree off to the left?
Yes, I'm festive all year.
Stats, what in the holy hell?
It
It is June, Stats. That is diabolical.
3-foot Christmas tree.
Put the damn Christmas tree up, man. Like, what are you doing, man?
Now you're gonna direct everybody to my story to love.
That is, well, I'm driving you subscribers or followers. But that is diabolical. That is nasty work. It's fucking June. That's insane. Oh man. All right, let's move on. Lakers coaching search update. For those who didn't know, the Lakers have been targeting Dan Hurley of UConn, winner of back-to-back national championships, was in on I want to say it was Wednesday or Thursday for his coaching interview, and now it is reported that he will make a decision tomorrow on Monday if he's going to return to UConn or take this deal to become the new Lakers head coach. Also, people are saying they're looking at $100 million guaranteed and a access of over $15 million a year. What are you guys' thoughts?
Dan Hurley, because I don't think people know this. Coaching salaries are not a part of the salary cap.
Correct.
So you can essentially pay a coach as much as you want. Dan Hurley's worth it. You throw everything that you can at him.
Right.
You get Hurley in there. I've been reading up on him, and obviously looking at the UConn games, and they run some of the most pretty stuff in college, and that looks translatable to the NBA. He gets respect. I think the two best players on the team respect him, which is obviously you need buy-in from them. And he obviously comes with a winning pedigree. They dominated college.
Yeah.
And they did have a few NBA prospects, but there weren't any like blue chip prospects. Like they had B+ level prospects, you know what I mean? And those guys are really good. And he dominated. Donovan Clingan is different.
Yeah.
They're talking about him going high because they like his rim protection. So I take that back. They do. Donovan Clingan is really good, by the way. But I think they projected him top 5. So
I think top 5 is a stretch, but he is really good though.
Yeah. So I throw the bag at him. Damo, you were shaking your head, so it looked like you disagree, but
yeah, I vehemently disagree, man. I don't think this is a good idea, man. I think the Lakers are just, I mean, they're just they're reaching for anything at this point. Like now you want to hire a college coach, a rookie head coach to come in and try to lead these guys to a championship. These guys got championship aspirations. It's not like they're hiring them on a team that's doing a rebuild. Like you're hiring this guy for the Los Angeles Lakers, bro. Like we all know how this thing works, man. Sometimes it translates for some of these guys, sometimes it don't.
Right.
But a guy like Dan Hurley, I just don't think, he commands respect from his players in college, but the way he does things, I don't know if that's going to be translatable in the NBA. I don't know if it's going to come off the right way. It might be like some Nick Saban shit, like where guys, like you can't scream on those guys like you can't do them guys like you do them in college. Like these are grown men we talking about.
Right.
I just don't think that this is a good idea, man. Like I think, and then you want to give him $100 million. Like, are you sure that this is what you're trying to do? They say, oh, we want to build a program. Like, yeah, this is not college. It's not a fucking college program. But go ahead, man. Go ahead, do it, and go ahead and do it. He'll be fired within 2 years. He'll take all the blame for everything, just like the rest of the coaches, and that'll be that. It's nobody else's fault but Dan Hurley. When in fact, it's upper management's fault because they keep.
I agree with that. It is upper management.
They keep doing this stupid shit. They keep doing this stupid shit, man. So go ahead, man. And this is, I hate to say it, Stats, but this is gonna go on LeBron's resume as another coach that he got fired. I know you hate that, and so do I. But this is what it's gonna look like once he's fired after a year or two.
Well, the truth is this: they're stuck now because they've already fired Ham. They've already, you know what I'm saying? They're stuck. I think Dan Hurley is the lesser of two evils. I think you can put Dan Hurley and put JJ Redick on your staff and see if that'll work. But I think Dan Hurley's the coach for what happens after LeBron is gone. And that's why you're going to get him now. And that's my thoughts.
The reporting was that LeBron said, "Don't draft for me." Again, this is the reporting. Whether you believe it or not is whatever, or anybody believes it. Because I think both sides are, they're trying to tell, he said, "Don't build or draft around me. Build and think about AD and all of your moves." That's what they said. And Pelinka was reported to say that Dan legacy. Dan Hurley is like his legacy hire. He said Jerry Buss had Pat Riley. Jeannie Buss had Phil Jackson, although I don't think that's entirely true.
Jeannie Buss had Phil Jackson?
She had him, but not as
She had him all right. By the balls.
Okay. And they want Dan Hurley to be for now. You feel what I'm saying? So like I think it would be a great hire. I really believe in what he did in Connecticut, and I really think, that is a good move for them. So did you want to talk the All-Star game before we go?
What? The
BHL All-Star game. And we got the Caitlin Clark stuff too.
Let's save it. We can save it for Wednesday. I mean, it's up to you though. It's up to you.
Because I know you wanted to unleash on the Caitlin Clark stuff. I know you did, not making the USA team.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Again, man, I'm not even gonna get too animated on this, man. I'm just gonna call it like I see it, man. Y'all, they handling this shit the wrong way, man. Handling it the wrong way. You got Diana Taurasi, and not Diana Taurasi's my GOAT. But you got her old ass going over there, and right now she's just as good as a player as Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's actually putting up better numbers across the board. I mean, I don't know what we're doing, man. I don't know if the WNBA cares about their organization, because clearly they don't. And every day that goes by, I see why they are a shit organization, and I see why women's basketball has been a shit sport for the past however long, as long as it's been. It's been an absolute shit sport, and it's going to continue to be a shit sport until they figure out how to properly market these women. Man. They have the balls in their court. They have the golden goose. They have what they need. They have the product at this point. It's just about what you're going to do with it, man. So, I mean, barbecue or mildew. I don't understand. She should be. What is the Olympics this year? Paris.
Paris.
She should be on the first thing smoking in Paris, man. But also, it's not just on the WNBA. I think majority of it's on the WNBA, but some of it's on these girls, man. Y'all are there. These women are lobbying for her not to go.
Well, is that official? Who lobbied for her?
I mean, now they're not going to say this, but I believe that there was some women on the team that probably said, "I'm not going to go if she goes," or "We don't want her on this team." There were reports saying that they don't want to deal with her fans and this, that, and the third.
I did see that.
Are we serious? We need Caitlin Clark's fans. We need 20,000 people in the WNBA seats. A WNBA historic amount of people that's ever been in a WNBA game. Like, that was Caitlin Clark, and they were two of the worst teams in the league, record wise, and they had the biggest crowd in WNBA history. And this is who you want to leave at home to bring whoever else the fuck is going over to Paris.
I would say,
and I hope they lose.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say that. I would say a bigger snub, and I don't want to mispronounce this young lady's name. It's Erica.
She was a huge snub. I can't say her last name. But
I apologize. If you ever come across this podcast, a woman, I'm sorry. I can't pronounce your last name.
I don't want to butcher her last name. I know exactly, from the Dallas Wings. I actually mentioned that to you the other day, that she was snub.
She was a big snub. The thing is, to me, because I would prefer players to get it on their own merit, not because of popularity. Not saying that Caitlin doesn't have a merit-based case, but a lot of the arguments I see for her are based on her popularity. So who's on the team? Chelsea Gray hasn't played all season, and she was on the team. So is it possible that Caitlin Clark could have taken her spot? I don't know how the WNBA works. I don't know how their politics work. You mentioned Diana Taurasi. I think she's still playing at a reasonably at a high enough level to be on the team.
Sure.
I mean,
Caitlin Clark's playing at the same level. She's just a rookie. Look at the numbers, bro.
I think if
the Mercury aren't good, they're an average team. They're like a 500 team, if that, below 500, I believe.
I think, though, Caitlin Clark has a merit-based case, and I think that with the opportunity to grow your game, because while I don't agree with all the, what NBA players get and how the NBA media covers them, I don't think the WNBA players should get that, or anybody should get that for that matter. But y'all have a whole bunch of eyes on y'all that y'all didn't have before. And now you generating headlines for not putting Caitlin on the team. Cool. But think about how you grow your game playing in Paris with Caitlin Clark there. I think, that's a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. They don't care, bro. They don't care. They don't care. So go ahead. Go just keep borrowing money from the NBA and just being something that no one cares about. Go ahead, ruin it. Ruin Caitlin Clark. Go ahead, because that's where it's headed, bro.
You think so?
I do, man. I think they're gonna. If they don't get it together, man, I think they're gonna fumble this. Ruin Caitlin Clark.
I don't think.
And unless Caitlin just forces her way, she has all the momentum. I just think that I'm not gonna say they don't ruin it, but I think they're gonna miss the opportunity to grow it the way that to get it as big as it should or it could be. Like I think this could be huge, bro. Like
yeah, I agree.
And I think that they're hindering that right now. I don't know if they don't want to allow that. And I think they're getting in the way of it.
But why wouldn't they want to allow it though? That's the thing.
It may not be that they don't want to allow it. They just don't know. It just seems like they don't know what they're doing. It don't seem like they know what they're doing, man. Like you guys, y'all, they've been complaining about making money, about the pay, and this, that, and the third. But you don't want to embrace the person that can help you make millions per year or annually. What's going on with that? So you don't want it unless it comes off something based on if you're not getting all the attention for it. Screw the attention. I want the money. At the end of the day, somebody giving you recognition on ESPN and you fucking broke, it don't make a difference.
Yeah.
Like, what difference does it make? Oh, they talked about me and they gave me credit on ESPN, but I have to work at Target or I still have to work or a corporate job or have to get a job after I'm done playing or in the off season. Like, that's not fun. Like that's not what you do it for, is it? At this point, you're trying to make a living.
Or they go overseas.
Or you go overseas, and who wants to keep doing that? Who wants to do that, man? You play a season and then you immediately go overseas after that. Like, when do you have time to do anything? Be with your family or chill.
Right.
Like, enjoy the fruits of your labor. You don't want that. You want to just go over these countries and you want to get off one season and go to the next and go to one of these countries and potentially not make it back. And I'm saying you can not make it back anywhere. You can not make it back traveling in just in the United States. But I mean, we all see what happened to Brittany Griner. Like, we don't want to, keep seeing stuff happen like that. Like, that was an unfortunate situation. Now, had the WNBA been in a situation where they could pay Brittany Griner what she's supposed to be worth, or more money than what she's making now, she might not have to be on that plane to Russia or coming back from Russia.
I mean, the ultimate problem with that is the WNBA doesn't generate a whole bunch of revenue.
Right.
For whatever reason, I ain't getting into that. But I think you do have a player now who can bring a whole bunch more money in, especially whenever their TV deal is up. Like that'll bring more money in. And I think Angel Reese too. I think it got people. I don't think as much as Caitlin Clark, but I think Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, like there's eyes on these rookies, and I think the WNBA is not marketing them properly.
Yeah.
So, before we go, I also don't like the mindset of, well, Caitlin's young, like there be more opportunities. No, if she's deserving there, she needs to be on there now.
Yep.
So, did you have any more thoughts before we go?
Nah, man, that's it, man. Good show. I appreciate everybody for coming on, checking us out, man. We'll see y'all Wednesday. Don't forget the championship game next Sunday. Brotherhood Hoop League, Bullies versus Elite. It's gonna be a good one, man. Come check us out.
Brother Hoop League, he said it. Bad News Bullies, man. Shout out to my team. Shout out to D Nice team. Championship game. We're looking at 11, but we'll put it out. We also had an All-Star game. We're gonna talk about that next week too. Y'all keep rocking with us, man. Tell everybody to subscribe to the Number Streets podcast. Follow us on Instagram. Follow the Brotherhood Hoop League page on Instagram. And on Facebook, man. Share this if you can. For Stretch, for Mike, for Damo, I'm Statman AJT. We out.